and we are recording. And Kat, I still never posted that sandwich one on YouTube. It's
good. I spelled peanut butter and jelly without spelling the word butter. So you've got your fourth place person already. You guys are fine.
I think I could have sworn, wasn't it like avocado? You forgot the second A?
No, avocado is one of my word nemesis, and I spelled it wrong completely. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited to show how stupid I am. This is going to be...
Well, we are just here to have fun, and we're playing for charity and all that good stuff, so. Okay.
I was trying to find a charity that specifically helped children with missing limbs. And I couldn't find one, so I just went with like a children's charity.
Oh, Lisa, I didn't even think about that.
I don't know if I'm making fun, but I feel like there's some childhood trauma connected to all of this, obviously. So.
It's something Ty and I were talking about last night. We were texting how everyone in this movie is just insane in some way. And that's kind of the joy of it.
Aren't we all?
Yes. It's why it's relatable. Hey, we're now streaming on Facebook.
Woo!
Yay. Okay. So, welcome back to this week's episode of the Adult Spelling Bee. If you've never been to a show before, we used to do this live in New York and LA before the world shut down. And now we've been doing it virtually since June, which is exciting because I think this is like the 20th episode, which is fun. Every show has a different theme, different players. Tonight's theme is La Luna, La Bella Luna, also known as Moonstruck, the world's most perfect movie, according to me. And my opinion matters a lot, let me tell you. For those of you who don't know, my co-host Ty Kelly is here. He's been here before, if you've watched before, who's a former Major League Baseball player, future Olympian in 2021. We're almost in 2021. Ty, are you ready for the Olympics?
I guess so. I don't know. I'm gonna play baseball again. I guess it's been a year. I don't know. Yeah, I'm ready. We'll see.
I feel like that sums up 2020 in a nutshell. Like, are we ready for 2021? Maybe, sort of, maybe, kind of. I don't know.
I'm ready for 2021. I don't know what's going to happen in that year, but as long as it's not this year, I guess it's going to be better.
Yeah, I think so. So playing tonight are 4 Moonstruck super fans. I'd like to say that I anointed the first one, Lisa Bonos, my writer and editor for the Washington Post. Lisa, tonight you want to play for Children's National Hospital Foundation, which is super cool. Lisa, what is your favorite scene from Moonstruck?
Such a good question. Especially because I watched it last night and I'm rewatching it when I was waiting for tonight. My favorite scene. Probably when when Loretta is telling Ronnie that he's a wolf, because I just think that whole everyone is a wolf, like, that is true, and I internalized it so much somehow that in quarantine I briefly had a boyfriend, and I think at some point I told him that he was a wolf, and I don't think I even knew where I got it from. I don't think I was like, you're kind of like a wolf, and I didn't even notice. So there you go.
I'm now picturing you going on like a socially distanced hike with him and like arguing and being like, a wolf without a foot. And
yeah, that's funny. No, it was not, the line was not delivered out of doors.
Wow. Lisa, who writes about relationships and love over at the Washington Post, which we'll get back to that later. Dom Nero, who is a writer and video editor for Esquire. Also, you just recently wrote a piece about Moonstruck for Esquire because it was just added to the Criterion collection. I loved your piece about it. Dom wrote this great piece about how, for once, Moonstruck is a movie about Italians that's not about bloodshed. And it's about, you know, like family and love, and it was so well written and so good. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, Dom, do you want to play in my Moonstruck spelling bee?
Thank you, Danielle. It's great to be here. I saw Moonstruck for the first time only, I think, a year ago.
Wow.
But it's always sort of been like around me in my life because it's always being quoted in my family. So it's almost as if I've always been with it. But once I sat down to watch it, I knew it was going to be my movie.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It does take hold of you that way.
It does.
And tonight you're playing for Raices, right?
Yes.
Okay. And actually for you, who's your favorite character in Moonstruck?
I think you got to go with Ronnie Camerari, Nick Cage, who I'm dressed as tonight.
Kat Scicluna,
Yes.
actress, improviser, amazing cook, and all around amazing, funny, hilarious person to be around. Oh, and a great dog mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 dogs strong.
Yes.
Out of my mind.
So tonight you're playing for the Food Bank of New York, which is super important. Everyone should be trying to donate some money to their local food banks because it's winter and there's a pandemic and they're in desperate need right now, and cash goes the furthest versus food donations. Kat, who is your favorite character in Moonstruck?
I mean, okay, first of all of them are my favorite characters. I do have to say, though, one of my favorite characters is the girl in the bread shop who just doesn't want to give him the knife.
I'm in love with that.
Christy, give me the big knife. I won't do it. Do it. I love this man, but he doesn't know that. I could never tell him ever since he lost his hand in his girl.
She is. It's one of those movies. I just wrote a piece for Esquire actually about While You Were Sleeping, and
yes.
One of the things I was thinking about when I wrote that piece was how every character, even if they're like one-offs in that movie, like make an impression and are very funny. And I feel like the same with Moonstruck. There's like the old woman at the airport. There's the woman at the bakery. You know, like there's just all these like Bobo in the restaurant. Like granted, you see him twice, but it's like you remember each one of them in like a very specific way, and I think it's really funny. The people who Costco is trying to sell cake to.
Oh yeah, Heart.
Yeah, it costs money because it saves money, and they're like staring at him, and they're like,
"There's 3 kinds of pipe.
There's what you have, which is crap, and then there's copper, which is the only pipe I use.
The only pipe I use."
Sorry, we're stealing Danielle and Ty's thunder. But it's just so quotable.
Julie,
I know everything.
This is to you, Julie, because you're playing for the Food Bank of the Rockies tonight. So
yes,
let's go.
Contrary to my Zoom background, I'm coming to you from Denver, Colorado. So Food Bank of the Rockies, it is.
And Julie used to do stand-in work with Kat and I in New York, and now is a very cool office manager out in Colorado.
Yes, I work for a tech startup. Apparently, if you've watched Silicon Valley, it's just like that. But yes, I help them put ads on the internet as a product manager there. So, you know, Zoom all day is my life. I'm jealous of all you guys on sets all day. But
well, you have just as many stories as we do. So.
Oh yeah. Danielle,
sure
when you inevitably do the Jeff Goldblum one.
Oh my gosh, I have someone for you for that. A colleague of mine just wrote a book about Jeff Goldblum. So.
Oh, yes, I'm sure we'll be soon. Anyway, sorry, Mom, if you're watching.
Sorry, Danielle.
No, I know, right? I think I should sidebar that, like, I met Jeff Goldblum, and then he was, like, on Access Hollywood or something, like, for having gone on a date with this girl, and she had dark hair and blue eyes, and my mom thought it was like a picture of me like out with him, and I'm like, you realize that's like in Los Angeles? And they're like, clearly in Los Angeles there's palm trees. Like there's
You
not,
used to travel to Los Angeles when we could travel. It's not outside the realm of possibility.
well, I guess, yeah. But yeah, no, this is years ago. But anyway, I digress. That's a story for another day. Julie, what's your favorite scene from Moonstruck?
Oh gosh. I'm gonna go with Loretta and Rose in the church. And honestly, it's hard to pick a favorite scene. That whole movie is just like a collection of favorite scenes. But I think Olympia Dukakis won her Oscar just because of her little whimpers. She's just like, huh. And those weren't in the script. And like, it's just brilliant. And she does like 10 of them in the church scene. And yeah. But honestly, like really the finale. You got a love bite on your neck. Your life's going down the toilet.
I even like the way that whole scene like transpires though, where she comes like waltzing and she's like, "Are you drunk? No. Are you drunk? But I'm hungover." And then
like,
she,
how many martinis did Rose have with John Mahoney?
And then she like casually drops the bomb where she's just like, "Johnny Camerari came by last night." And she's like, "What?" It's so perfect.
I love when the ad goes, "It's Johnny Camerari."
She's the best.
It's Rita and Raymond Capomaggi, right? That's the
So
and they have a cheese shop, and I want to go.
I actually, one of my favorite scenes is between Danny Aiello and Vincent Gardenia when he's like, "Keep your eyes open, my friend. Don't go on any long trips." And he's like, "What?" And he's
just
like, I'm not going anywhere." And he's like, "So I'm saying, like, and I'll say no more." And he's like, "You didn't say anything." And he's like, "And I'll say no more." Like, their whole exchange is so good. And then, of course, like, Rose pipes in and she's just like, "I just want you to know you're going to die just like everybody else," like, in the middle of that.
I love when she's like, "I want you to stop seeing it."
Yeah.
And nobody says shit.
I know.
Because it's the truth. She knows it. And he's like,
I know.
And then she's like, "And go to confession." And that's when he's like, okay.
Oh my.
This is one of my mom's favorite movies. I feel like it's always been in my life. So
same.
Yep,
that's how it came into mind. Ty, I didn't ask you your favorite scene.
Oh, I think that it's got to be the introduction to Nicolas Cage. He's just like seems to be such a like mythical character. Everyone knows something about him. He's so crazy. He's just like, it's just him and like ovens and fire and stuff. And he's just like so menacing and just does like monologues. Like the only thing he does is just talk and monologues very angrily to everybody constantly. It's amazing. Like they're just meeting and he's just like straight to a monologue about my entire life.
Yes, he's like, "Do you know about me?" And then like launches into it. But I love that shot. There was something on Twitter yesterday that was like, post a shot, like a single frame of a movie that makes you happy. And obviously that's every frame of Moonstruck for me. But I picked the frame where you first see him standing alone in the shot. He's alone in the frame and it's just him, like you said, like him in the ovens. And he just looks like this tall, skinny dude, like in a dirty apron. And there's just something about it, because having seen the movie so many times, we're like, oh my God, like so much is like just about to happen, like in the next 2 minutes. And just, I don't know, I love that shot so much. But yes, we have a spelling bee to get to. So let's get to round one. Round one, the rules are, you'll each go one at a time, like a regular spelling bee. We will give you your word. You may ask for a definition and a sample sentence, which we encourage because we're going to act out some of Moonstruck for you to demonstrate these words. And no one will be eliminated in this round, and you will get 1 point for every word you spell correctly. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
Okay. Lisa, you are up first. Your word is receipts.
Oh. R-E-C. Oh, wait. Can I ask for it in a sentence first? I know how to spell it, but let's hear the sentence.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I am a genius. I am a genius.
You're such a genius. How come you can't keep track of your receipts? Al, how am I supposed to do your income tax with this mess you got here?
Numbers, taxes, receipts. I make them look better than they did in real life. I'm an artistic genius.
How come you got butter on your tie?
This is in the mortuary, right? The funeral home. Okay, receipts. RECEIPTS. Receipts.
Nice. Okay, Dom, you are up next, and Ty will give you your word.
All right, your word is funeral.
All right. Can you use that in a sentence for me, please?
You are a big liar, okay? Because I have a ring right here.
Well, I must ask for that back.
You know, all right, the engagement is off.
In time, you'll see that this is the best thing.
In time, you'll drop dead, and I'll come to your funeral in a red dress.
Yes.
All right. Funeral. FUNERAL. Funeral.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Kat,
Oh, I can't. I'm so excited.
I'm very excited for you, actually.
Oh, no.
Okay, are you ready for your word?
No, go ahead.
Your word is tormented.
Mm.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
No, I think I could, just for you, though.
Yeah.
This is the most tormented man I have ever known. I'm in love with this man, but he doesn't know that because I never told him. Because he could never love anybody since he lost his hand in his girl.
Yeah. Let me get my writing pad out. Here we go. TORMENTED, tormented.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, Julie, you are up.
Right.
All right, your word is aspirations.
Mm.
Can you use this in a sentence, please?
All right. Now, Patricia, please don't leave.
What do you think I am? Some sort of talking doll?
I was just making a point about the way you stated your aspirations.
Yeah, well, you can kiss my aspirations, Professor.
Kiss my aspirations. Oh, very clever. The height of cleverness.
Another fantastic scene, by the way. Aspirations, ASPIRATIONS, aspirations.
Correct.
Nice.
And then she throws a drink in his face.
Kiss my aspirations.
We can't do that on Zoom.
I know. I was debating like pretending, and I'm like, knowing me, I'll like go too far, and then this thing will all collapse. Okay, Lisa, we are back to you, and your word is manicotti.
Wait, what? Please.
The very American way of saying it is manicotti. The Hollywood way is manicotti.
Yes, I would love to experience this in a sentence. Taste.
No, Bobo, we will both have the ticino salad, and I'll have special fish.
No, you don't want the fish.
No?
No, it's an oily fish tonight, not before the plane ride.
Maybe you're right.
Bobo, we'll have the manicotti. That'll give you a base for your stomach. You know, you eat that oily fish, you go up in the air, and halfway to Sicily, you'll be green and your hands will be sweaty.
The plane ride.
So I had no idea that this was manicotti. I literally just watched this scene a few minutes ago, and I'm like, I don't know what they ordered, but I agree with her about the fish, and like, props for telling him he doesn't want the fish. But now, okay, manicotti. I don't know if it's two N's or one. MANNICOTTI.
I'm sorry, it's one N.
Okay. All right.
It was close.
I'll have the fish instead then.
I love this girl.
Okay, Dom, you are up.
Okay.
Your word is penance.
Penance. Okay. Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Sure. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 2 months since my last confession.
What sins have you to confess?
Twice I took the name of the Lord in vain. Once I slept with the brother of my fiance, and once I bounced a check at the liquor store, but that was really an accident.
Then it's not a sin, but what was that second thing you said, Loretta?
You mean the one about once I slept with the brother of my fiance?
That's a pretty big sin.
I know.
You should think about this. All right, for your penance, say 2 rosaries.
All right. Penance. Penance.
Correct.
Thank you.
I love how he's
That one
like,
has 2
reflect on
ends.
your life. Like, this is a big deal. And then he's like, yeah, say 2 rosaries. It's fine.
That's a lot of prayers. Well, rosary before?
Okay. Kat, you are up.
Movie.
And your word, and also this is another one of my favorite scenes. Your word is predicament.
Mm.
Can I please have that in a sentence?
No, I can't invite you in because I'm married, because I know who I am. You're shivering.
I'm a little cold.
You're a little boy and you like to be bad.
You could go to my apartment. You see how the other half lives.
I'm too old for you.
I'm too old for me. It's my predicament.
Oh,
That line.
I love that scene. It's on the corner.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Predicament. I'm going to spell this wrong. Hold on 1 second. I'm spelling it on my hand. Okay. Predicament.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hello.
Kat's gonna hustle us all. Be like, I'm terrible at this, and just mop the floor.
I love that
happening.
scene. I love that scene.
It's such a good scene. Like, that's
Very layered.
yes.
Yeah.
It's very funny because he clearly likes her because she just, you know, doesn't give a shit. And but now she's like this challenge to him, and he also clearly can't be alone because he's had 2 college girls 2 nights in a row throwing drinks in his face. Because I think in the beginning I always forgot how fast this all happens over the course of like 48 hours. Because
Is it really only 2 days?
yeah, it's like literally over 2 days.
Yeah.
So when he's having that dinner, I'm like, this is like another girl, like different than last night's girl, but like someone he clearly knows well enough, and like going to the same restaurant. I also love when Johnny is proposing and John Mahoney says, "Is that man praying?" That is like such an underrated little.
And he sounds like he's like a little drunk, but he's not overdoing. He's just like, is that man praying?
That man
Yeah.
Nobody should be.
Right? Yes. She's got him on his knees. He's ruining his suit.
And she doesn't make Ronnie get on his knees.
Well, also, this has bugged me. Why is getting on your knees ruining your suit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I mean, if you're being dragged, maybe you'll get a hole in the suit, but like, you're just on your knee for a second. It's not gonna ruin your suit.
I know.
I've never worn a suit, so maybe some of the men can chime in here, but
Yeah.
There's gotta be a napkin around or something, like if that's the problem.
or the floor is really disgusting, is what you're saying.
I have no idea. I would think that if you're, proposing to someone, that like it might be more important than the knee of your suit.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a tuxedo right now, but what you don't know is that the bottom half of me is in sweatpants, so I can't speak to it. Maybe he's afraid he's gonna rip his pants.
No.
Or just get it dry cleaned. I don't.
Wear and tear, I would think. Like wrinkly. Like maybe it just wrinkles.
Yeah, there's
But-
dry cleaners for sure somewhere.
If the proposal goes right, like how long are you gonna be wearing that suit, bro?
And he's proposing with his pinky ring. He doesn't even have a ring.
He doesn't have a
So
plan.
many
He doesn't have a
problems. This
ring.
whole proposal.
Also, I love how he's like extremely panicked as soon as he does it too. Like the whole car ride to the airport, he's sort of like, "Oh, I wish I
He's
had."
like,
done
oh
that."
God, why did I do this? Yeah.
See, now I have to rewatch the movie again.
Yes.
and see if I can pick
He's
that
like,
up.
we have to pick a date, and he's like, my mother we have to pick a date, and he's like, my mother is dying. Like,
She's dying.
I met Danny Aiello once, and like maybe like 10 years ago, and it took everything in me to not just start yelling lines
Quoting.
struck like in his face because I wanted to so badly. And I'm like, oh my God, don't be that person. He's gonna be like, what is wrong? Like, I'm gonna have to ask them to like escort her out of this restaurant.
I think you should have.
Yeah.
I did. I ended up just telling him I was like a really big fan of Moonstruck, and he's like, oh, I had such a good time making that. And I was like,
Aw.
it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
think he died. I think he died this year, didn't he?
He died
Like a
last
couple
year.
years ago.
He
Yeah.
died?
Looked it up. Yeah.
He did.
Danny Aiello.
2019.
Downer. Sorry.
Yeah, I missed that one. Thanks, Cher.
Power went out for Danny Aiello. I'm empty.
Throwing out for Danny. Cheers to Danny Aiello.
Cheers to Danny Aiello.
Wow, I didn't know
No.
that. I feel like an asshole.
Yeah. His
Sorry, Ty. I got my Yankees
Sorry.
card.
I just said
oh no, we don't care.
the word.
We say the F word all the time on here.
Perfect.
He did a lot of work raising money because his son was like a stunt guy who died of pancreatic cancer. So, who like died young. And I know he did like a lot to raise money for, I think it's the Lustgarten Foundation for pancreatic cancer. But I just remember always hearing like his son was like this awesome, cool stunt guy dude who just unfortunately, got sick young.
Oh, that's bad.
I know. Anyway, yes, now we're on like, me and Dom are like bringing everybody down. So now we have to like,
Well, it's a good thing Kat has one of her puppies in her lap.
Yeah.
So
Number 3.
thank you. And Julie, it is your turn.
all right, I'm ready.
It is Ty's turn to give you the word.
All right, your word is fiance.
Could you use this in a sentence, please?
You have someone on that plane?
Yeah, my fiance.
I put a curse on that plane. My sister is on that plane. I put a curse on that plane, it's going to explode, burn on fire, and fall into the sea. 50 years ago, she stole a man from me. Sapresi muy uomo. Today she tells me she never loved him, that she took him to be strong on me. Now she's going back to Sicily, Ritorna in Sicilia. I cursed her that the green Atlantic water should swallow her up.
I don't believe in curses.
Neither do I.
Fiance. Fiance.
Correct.
Fiance. Dude is 1 E.
Yes,
Girl
it
two.
is 1 E. Yes.
Kat, you're cracking me up.
I love this movie. Like, I don't even, this is like.
But yeah, she's like
performance
going to all this like, I put a curse on this for all this reason, and then she's like, yeah, I don't believe in curses either.
She does believe in curses.
Either do I.
Yeah.
She does.
Right,
Lisa, you're exactly right. She does because she doesn't have bad luck.
Yeah, somebody give Julie a pinky ring.
Me?
Yeah, somebody give you a pinky ring.
Okay, Lisa, we are back to you. And your word is recovered.
I actually was thinking I would like the word temporary, but I'll take recovered. Can I have it in a sentence, please?
Sure. So what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Palermo.
That's what I came to tell Loretta. There's been a miracle.
Miracle. Well, that's news.
My mother's recovered.
You're kidding.
The breath had almost totally left her body. She was as white as snow, and then she completely pulled back from death and stood up and put on her clothes and began to cook for everyone in the house, the mourners and me and herself. She ate a meal that could choke a pig.
That's incredible.
A lot of times they ain't supposed to be miracles no more.
Do we manicotti? Oh, everybody froze. Okay. Recover.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Losing her.
Oh.
Lisa?
My internet connection is unstable.
I hope it gets recovered.
Sorry, are you ready? Yeah, I think I've recovered.
Okay.
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 All right. RECOVERED. Recovered.
Correct. I know I wanted to do temporary because of that line. We a while back did a rom-com spelling bee and I used it in that one. So I was like, should I do it again? Or
Yes.
There's so many other, but that is, I mean, just for the sake of that scene, yeah, we should.
It's a really good line.
Yeah.
Everything is temporary.
Temporary.
That don't excuse nothing. Funny dad. Like, he's just so funny. I love when he's like, you do this once before, it don't work out. like it's her fault that her husband got hit by a bus.
Classic Italian American father.
Yes, exactly, Tom. That's exactly it. Okay. All right, so Kat, it is your turn.
Okay.
And you're
My boyfriend so badly wants to participate. He keeps shouting from the other room.
I love Jason.
Being supportive.
He says he's being supportive. He's just jelly because he also loves this movie.
Aw.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Okay, your word is waitresses.
Oh, okay. That's me. Use it in a sentence, please.
Sure. All right, that's just, Ty's gonna be Loretta in this one, and it just makes me laugh.
Nice.
Loretta?
Yeah?
Shh, 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 shh. It's me. I'm calling from the deathbed of my mother.
Yeah, well, how was your plane ride?
The waitresses were very nice. My mother is slipping away. I can't talk long.
Did you tell her we're getting married?
No, not yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting until a moment when she's peaceful.
Well, don't wait till she's dead.
I love that because in the long shot, she's in the bed like, ah, and then back over like dressing her with like sage.
And he's crying, and she's like,
My mother is dying. How was the plane ride? Yeah.
She does not even care. Okay, waitresses, repping for my people. Please don't let me get this wrong. WAITRESSESS.
Bonus.
I'm sorry. It's okay. It's those double consonants that get you every time.
What is it?
It's you added an extra S on the end.
Waitresses? I added too many S's, probably. Did I? I did. Damn it.
It's okay. Okay. I think I love that scene because he calls them waitresses instead of stewardesses or flight attendants.
Oh, right.
I think it's funny.
That's an extra S. Damn it.
Waitresses were very nice. Okay. All right. Hold on. Did I skip a word? Or I have too many words? Hold on. We're up to Julie, right? Or did I skip Dom?
Yeah, that was supposed to be his word.
Dom! Oh no, I skipped Dom by mistake.
I'm still at it.
You mean to spell waitresses?
This was not making sense. And I'm like, oh shit, I skipped right over share. What am I thinking? Dom, your word.
Which is my word.
Cat's word, and she's gonna chime in and probably spell it over you. See, this is what happens when I drink when we're doing this. We're gonna have to like not be drinking drunk when we're doing this. Thank God this is the last one of the year. Okay, Dom. Ty will give you your word because I fucked up utterly.
Dom, your word is confession.
Okay. Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Have I been a good wife?
Yeah?
I want you to stop seeing her.
Okay.
And go to confession.
It was great. I closed my eyes. I feel like I was watching the movie.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to stand and everything.
I gave Ty some stage direction.
Okay, confession. CONFESSION.
Correct. Okay. And Julie, the last word for round 1, which I guess I'm giving you because, I don't know, it's probably Ty's turn. It's probably my turn. But we're all going to read you some dialogue anyway, so who cares?
Do it.
And this is going to be Ty's shining moment, honestly. Your word is maimed.
Ooh.
Would you use that in a sentence, please?
I sure will. When Ty starts, I will.
You're on mute.
I thought that was part of the bit.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Sorry, my computer stopped working for a second.
There's a lot of that going around tonight. We must be contagious.
CONTAGIOUS.
Okay. Ty, Julie's word was maimed, so she's
Okay.
going her sentence.
All right. It's funny because when my fiance found out about it, she found out that I had been maimed. She left me for another man.
That's the bad blood between you and Johnny.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's not Johnny's fault.
I don't care. I ain't no freaking monument to justice. I lost my hand. I lost my bride. Johnny has his hand. Johnny has his bride. You want me to take my heartache, put it away and forget?
Fucking bravo, bro. That was freaking great.
I thought I had to do it when we did the Nicolas Cage spelling bee, so I'm like, I'm not doing it a second time. It's Ty's turn to do it.
That's the best line in the movie.
And I yelled so loud last time that the dog woke up, so I'm like, this is Ty's turn.
Just like that's the first thing that he says.
Yes.
Like, hi, my name's Ronnie Camerari. Here's my life story. I lost my bride.
I will tell you, for a long time, I thought he was saying I lost my pride. I didn't realize he was saying bride. And then, like, later
He probably also lost his pride.
Right,
Yes.
yeah, because it made sense, pride, like, and so then I'm like, oh, he's saying bride, because then later he was like, Johnny has his hand, Johnny has his pride, and then I was like, right, and then I was like, oh, nope, I just like can't hear things, I guess.
Well, maimed, MAIMED, maimed.
Correct. Yay! And that's the end of round 1. Congratulations, everyone. You survived our acting skills. So for round 2, what we're going to do is ask you to raise your hand when we call out a word. There'll be no definitions and no sentences in this round, so I'll move a little bit quicker. And if you get it right, you will get 3 points. If you get it wrong, you will lose a point. If you get it wrong and somebody else raises their hand to answer it and they get it right, they will get 6 points. So a lot of exciting things in this round. And some of these words are like proper nouns, some of them are 2 words. Everything's related to the movie though. So
and if it's multiple words, you should say space, blah, blah, blah.
Most people say space because it helps them. We won't penalize you if you don't. So
got it.
Okay, round 2. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Yes.
First word of round 2 is Vicky Carr. Julie.
BIKKICARR. Vicky Carr. That damn Vicky Carr record.
That damn Vicky Carr record. Now it'll come to Betty Won't Touch Me. Okay.
Right. Next word, wolf.
Lisa.
WOLF.
Nice. Woo! I know it's an easy one, but I mean, how do we not put the word wolf in here, you know?
Gotta be in there.
Okay, this is multiple words. It's very special. The big knife. Dom.
THE space BIG space KNIFE.
Correct. I mean, the big knife is almost its own character in this movie.
So you won't do it.
I won't do it.
Next word, amore.
Ooh, that was cat.
AMORE.
Yes.
There's a little thingy on the E.
Yes, there is.
Oh,
Okay. Next is La Bella Luna. Cat.
LABELLALUNA.
Correct.
La Bella Luna.
Champagne.
Oh, Dom. By like a hair.
CAMPAIGN.
Nope. I think Lisa, you were first.
No.
It was not. I'd love to spell champagne correctly, but I was not.
Oh, champagne.
Yeah.
I already said campaign.
Oh.
There's no campaign in this.
What's
Come on.
I'm sorry, I missed. Was it Cat or Julie who was first?
It was close. Julie, I guess.
Oh, this was champagne.
Get it, girl.
CH. Wait, all right, I'm gonna start over. CHAMPAGNE.
Correct.
Champagne. Yeah.
Does it need to be a capital C?
Actually, it doesn't necessarily have to be a capital C for
Okay.
sure. Okay, next is Palermo. Dom.
PAL. Well, it's a capital P. Capital PALERMO.
Correct. Don't worry, I would not have penalized you. Ty may have tried to because he's the hard ass around here. But
In the real spelling bees, they penalize you.
that's true.
This is
Right,
a real
good to know.
Okay.
This is a real one.
I mean,
This is
there's
the first one that made you Ty.
Sweetheart.
Lisa.
This is the Sweetheart Liquors, right?
That's right.
SW. Sorry, I'm starting over. SWEETHEART.
Correct. Okay. Roosevelt. That was Julie.
ROOSEVELT.
Yes.
You're rich as Roosevelt.
You're just cheap, Cosmo.
Metropolitan Opera.
Lisa.
Capital METROPOLITAN. Opera. Also capital OPERA.
Yeah. I had to think about. I'm like, wow, that's a really long. That might be the longest word.
Metropolitan's a long word. Yeah, I thought La Boheme would be on the list, to be honest. But
next word. La Boheme. Julie.
I practiced this one.
Capital L, because we're doing that. A space capital B OHEME.
Correct.
All right.
That's Lisa, when I was talking to you last night and you were mentioning things that were going to be on tonight, I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, well, Lisa's prepared.
Sorry, yeah.
That's because Lisa was rewatching it last night. We were just talking about scenes we liked. And I was like, oh, well, she's going to be excited when she sees some of these words.
We didn't talk about La Boheme though.
No, we didn't talk about La Boheme. That's true. Okay. Go ahead, Ty.
Snap out of it.
Cat.
SNAPOUTOFIT.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I love your technique.
All words.
Okay. Pasta fazool. Dom.
So do you want me to spell it in the like Italian American or the actual Italian fagioli?
You can spell fagioli. I will give you credit either way, however you want to spell it.
Okay, I'll go the Italian American way because I don't know if I know the Italian. if that's all right. Pastafazol.
Wow.
Does that work?
That's not what I have. Ty?
Pastafagoli.
That's wrong.
Wait,
Shit, couldn't you just get it right?
it's Pasta space E space FASULE.
Lisa's like, fuck this.
I'm not trying this. I don't know.
Yeah, Lisa.
No, but I think it'd be funny if somebody misspelled pasta. I'm just waiting for that.
I'm like, did I? No.
Can I take another crack at it?
Yeah, go ahead.
How'd you know it? Oh, I know it. Oh, damn it. All right, I know.
I think it is supposed to be pasta a fagioli if it's in Italian, and that would be Pasta letter E space FAGIOLE. Is that correct?
I know.
An E and an I, so I just had both on here at the end. So.
But
Yeah,
spelling under pressure is hard.
I know that's a tough one, but that's okay. The next one will make up for it, which Ty will give you.
Okay. Bread.
Lisa.
BREAD. Bread. Oh, I have to spell it 3 times? BREAD.
Yes, correct.
BREAD. BREAD.
That was too many times.
Here's another fun one. Son of a bitch. Julie.
SON space OF space A space BITCH.
Correct. You can actually do it without spaces as well, but
Okay.
Just for
Son of a bitch.
anyone watching.
Yeah. Doesn't have any spaces.
This is the best spelling bee ever. I feel like I'm watching the movie.
So like sometimes when I'm walking the dog and I tell my neighbors to tune in, I feel like they probably like just turn on and I'm yelling, son of a bitch, and they're like, okay.
You're talking to Brandy's child.
Ty, if you want to skip over that one, you can go to the next one.
Yeah, I don't know any Italian, so I'll just do the next closest one. Cameriere Bakery.
Ooh.
Second thoughts?
I mean, I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, who is it? Me?
Yeah.
Okay, CAMMARERI. No, yeah. Cameriere.
Cameriere Bakery.
Oh, bakery. BAKERY.
Correct.
Yay!
I looked that up ahead of time. I was like, Cameriere, is there one or two?
Yeah, because you're like, that's definitely coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, minestrone. Dom.
MINESTRONE.
Correct. Rose orders minestrone, and also Raymond asks for a bowl of minestrone when he's like dancing around in the shop. He's such a funny character.
Adorable.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to ask you all a question once we wrap up round 2. But okay, Ty. Some of these words are Italian, so I will do it. How about Gran Ticino? Julie.
GRAND space capital T. They're both capitalized. So TICINO.
Correct.
Yes.
Nice.
I spent all my years in New York looking for that restaurant, and I never found it. I mean,
Does it exist?
It closed. Yeah, it's not open anymore, but it was at one point because I tried to. I think when I tried to look for it, it was just like, oh, this restaurant closed on such an or whatever was used as the Gran Ticino. I don't know if it was actually called the Gran Ticino. I can't remember now.
I think the film is supposed to take place in Carroll Gardens, right?
I mean, and she lives in like Brooklyn Heights, and then they're definitely in Little Italy at some point when she's dropping off Johnny's car.
Right. Yeah. It's very like the geography of New York through that movie is a little confusing because they, like they go to the opera and like she doesn't know where the Met is, and then like did they walk? Like where's this bar that they went to? Like how did they get back to his place? Like that, like these are the things I think about.
Yeah. And it's like she's driving to the airport via a tunnel, and it's like, okay, which tunnel?
Right.
Like if they were in Brooklyn, there's no tunnel to the airport. Yeah. So many questions.
Many questions. That in like all New York movies, there was, I think, one of the John Wick movies. They were up by Lincoln Center, and then like 2 stops on the subway, and they're like down in Soho, and I was like, what the fuck? Like
lies. And they all had big spacious apartments and no jobs, right? Yeah.
Yes, and they get there like 6 minutes later. That's Kat does daily updates of the 6 train, so she knows.
Oh yeah. Oh, the 6 train's a mess.
The first time this year that like I saw a fight happening on the 6 train, the first thing I did was like message Kat, and I was like, hey, people are fighting on your train.
I got into a fight on that train, a fist fight. I did. Like 2 months ago. I won.
I had no
I was going to ask, but I didn't.
I
was
won.
like, okay. Let's do the last words for round 2 are Cinderella Beauty Shop. There's Julie.
I realized with the Zoom background, I have to put my hand in my face. Okay. Capital CINDERELLA space, capital BEAUTY space, capital SHOP.
Correct. Okay.
I was like typing in that on my chair, like unlike like Kat's thing, but I'm like typing the letters like on the chair.
Okay, I'm going to add up scores, but we should all discuss, and we'll start with you, Lisa. Who's your favorite, like, inconsequential character in it? Because I think for me, it's Bobo. Like, he's just like roaming around the restaurant. He, like, knows everybody's business. And, like, I love, one of the things I asked my mom the first time I watched it, when he's upset that Johnny's proposing to Loretta, he's like, good bachelor customer for 20 years. And I'm like, what does that mean? Because I was younger. And she's like, oh, it means he's going to get married and, like, not go out to dinner as much because she's going to cook for him. And I was like, that's really? Is that how that works? Like, that's what they think. Because obviously, 1987, but yes. So anyway, Lisa, who is your favorite inconsequential character?
Inconsequential. I mean, I think you'll have to, I don't know if she's consequential or not, but probably the woman from the bakery who says, like, she loves Johnny, but not anymore. She can't tell him that because he lost his girl in his hand. What if she had actually professed her love for him before Loretta came in? Ronnie could have had his bride.
Yeah.
And Johnny could have had his bride. Although we discussed this last night. Loretta got the better end of the deal. Always meet the younger brother before you commit to the older brother, I guess. Is the moral of this movie.
All the guys watching that I have younger brothers are like, shit.
I'm the youngest of 3, so I can say that's true.
Although one time I dated a younger brother, and then I tried to date his older brother later because I found out the older brother was hotter and more. But like in between, the brothers talk to each other, and I think they put the kibosh on that. So
the youngest brother accumulates all the best traits of the older brothers. He's sort of the best version.
Okay.
Right.
Although,
and our music because of the older brother.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about, Cher.
The guys with sisters are the best ones, though. They train them.
I wonder though if Loretta was in the same situation as that girl with the knife, would she have just given him the knife? Like they're
No, she would talk him out of it.
That's a good question. She would have been like, "Here, you big wolf. Like, take your knife. You're not going to do anything with it."
I agree.
It's so
Call his
Call this bluff. Yep.
They're so like, yeah, they're my favorite couple in life, Ronnie and Loretta. And Lisa and I were talking yesterday how when they shot the movie, Nicolas Cage was, what was it? He's 23 and she was.
He was 23 and Cher was 41.
Cher was 41.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
When I was researching for the essay I wrote about the film, I read that the director, when he read the script, he thought it was the most tormented character he'd ever read. So he tried to find the most tortured actor he could find, and that was Nicolas Cage. So yeah, it was like super, like a lot younger than what he was looking for, but no one else could do it except him.
And didn't Cher like fight for him in that part? And like the studio, I mean, if IMDb trivia is to be believed, Cher, like the studio didn't want him, and Cher's like, no, it has to be this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't find that out.
I mean, it's IMDb trivia, so I have to take it with a massive grain of salt.
I feel like if it was being done today, it'd be like Keanu would be running.
Oh my God, yeah, totally. I've read so many things about the making of the movie and how like Olympia Dukakis and Cher both were like, no one is going to go see this movie, even though they were having a good time making it. They're like, no one's going to go see it. In fact, actually, the other day was like the 33rd anniversary of the movie hitting theaters, which Julie and I got in like a time hop thing, which is cool. And so technically Moonstruck is a Christmas movie, so move over.
It is. Yeah, because when they're at Lincoln Center to go see the opera, it's all decorated. And I feel like there's some other little, Christmas decor kind of throughout. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I can't ever like talk about this movie enough. So tonight is my dream come true with all of you.
Yay! It's a great movie.
Our top two players, and it is Julie and Lisa. So for round 3, Julie, you have the most points, so you get to decide whether you want to go first or second.
I've been watching a lot of football lately, and if they win the coin toss, they go second. So that is what I will do.
Okay.
I will receive in the second half.
Lisa's like, oh shit, and.
Is this the thing where I do it really quickly?
Yeah. So round 3, the way it works is so Lisa will go first, and while Lisa is going, right before she starts, Julie, I'll just ask you to turn down your volume, and then I'll wave to you for you to come back. But just so you can both hear the rules, you can pass twice. You'll get a point for each word that you spell correctly. And we won't start the timer until the first word is given. Lisa, I'll give you your words, and Ty will time it on his phone. And then Julie, when it's your turn, Ty will give you your words, and I'll be timing it on my phone.
You guys will like wave.
Yes, we'll wave for you to come back. Yeah. So
okay. I will actually go get a refill.
Okay, go do that. And
I will mute, and then okay.
Nice.
I can't. The best part, because then eventually I figure out what you're saying, and I'm just like, yes, bring it, make them smell it.
I'm winning.
It's one of my favorite parts.
Oh shit, am I muted?
Is when we would do like something like kind of bonkers and weird, and someone in the audience would like suddenly get it and just be like, ha, like just like really quiet, would start to like pick up on it. I feel like that particular ha happened during a Valentine's Day one when we were spelling out the lyrics to Baby Got Back. And we got to like Anaconda, and this guy was like,
ANACONDA WANTS.
Okay. Okay.
None, unless you got buns, hon. Sorry, wrong.
Okay. Are you ready? And Ty, do you have a minute? Okay.
Ready to go.
All right. So, Lisa, 3, 2, 1. You.
YOU.
Got.
GOT. A.
Love.
LOVE.
Bite.
BITE.
On.
ON.
Your.
YOUR.
Neck.
NECK.
Keys.
HE''S.
Coming.
COMING.
Back.
BACK.
This.
THIS.
Morning.
MORNING.
What's.
WHAT.
What's.
Oh, what? Apostrophe S.
The.
THE.
Matter.
MATTER.
With.
With. Sorry. With. WITH.
You.
YOU.
Time.
Your.
Oh, he said time.
Oh, you said time? Okay. Obviously, you know what that was. You got a lead bite on your neck. He's coming back this morning. What's the matter with you? Your life is going down the toilet. Cover up that damn thing.
Cover up that damn thing.
And I love when she's like, all right. And then, like, the doorbell rings, and she's like, get the door. And she's like, nope.
They're all like,
Just
He doesn't have a turtleneck?
yeah, we can wait till Julie to come back.
it's Johnny Camerieri.
Julie, you can come back.
Oh, wait.
Julie, welcome back.
I was just brought another little split of champagne.
All right, Danielle.
Get it,
And
girl.
unlike you, Danielle, I have to work tomorrow. So,
Sorry.
but
Honestly,
it's only 2 hours earlier in Denver, so
Oh, you're fine.
Just
all right.
love to work tomorrow. Okay,
That's true.
Julie, so just a reminder, you can pass twice, and
Okay.
you will get a point for every word that you spell correctly. And I will put 1 minute on the clock, and Ty will give you the words when you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
All ready?
Ready.
All right, let's do it. Love.
LOVE.
Don't.
DON''T.
Make.
MAKE.
Things.
THINGS.
Nice.
NICE.
It.
IT.
Ruins.
RUINS.
Everything.
EVERYTHING.
It.
IT.
Breaks.
BREAKS.
Your.
YOUR.
Heart.
HEART.
It.
IT.
Makes.
MAKES.
Things.
THINGS.
A.
A.
Mess.
MESS.
We.
Repeat what?
We.
WE.
Aren't.
AREN'T.
Here.
HERE.
To.
TO.
Make.
Time.
Yeah.
I think you know what that one was when he's giving that big monologue, which Don wrote about in his piece very beautifully.
It's the first thing I'm going to do when we get off of this, by the way, is find that piece.
So good. That's one of his that's his sentimental monologue. He has his angry monologue. Well, I mean, this is also angry too, because it ends with him being like, and get in my bed.
My bed.
Get in my bed.
It
breaks your heart. Yeah. So good.
I want to go home. Okay, I'll go upstairs.
I know. Loretta's really getting her arm twisted there. Yeah.
I know. So, Kat, who is your favorite inconsequential character?
Well, Chrissy is definitely my number one favorite inconsequential. But I also really, the grandfather. I love the grandfather with the dogs. I love it. In my house, everything is bad. With all the old guy, his dogs are crapping all over the place, running over everybody's feet. It's the best. I like that guy. He's good. And I also like the aunt and the uncle.
Yeah.
I think they're sweet. They're sweet.
Yes, I know.
I love that line where
Program, I don't know that they affect the program, but they're very important to the movie.
Well, as you said, like she has to come in and say Johnny Camilleri.
I saw you. You were there. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I know Julie has a favorite line, which is also one of mine, when she's like, "Old man, you feed those dogs another piece of my food, I'm gonna kick you
to death." Yes. Imagine saying that to your father-in-law who's like 95 and living with you, like, and he's just like, okay, like.
I know. And Cosmo is like, my father needs another plate of food.
I honestly think the last scene of the movie is the best in the kitchen.
Perfect.
It's just the best. Everything all falls into one.
Mm-hmm.
And the old man has like such a great little line at the end. Well, first, everyone's telling their stories and he's crying and they're like, someone's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I'm confused." and then at the end, Johnny Camilleri is just sitting by himself and he comes over and he hands him some champagne and he's like, "You're a part of the family." And,
He also got the great line when they're all sitting there, like sort of in they're all tense, and he goes, "Somebody tell a joke."
Like, someone tell a joke.
I'm so glad you guys said that, because when we were doing the Nicolas Cage spelling bee, like there was a point where there was this weird pause, and I go, "Someone tell a joke," and like, "No one got it," and then they were like, "No one's seen Moonstruck," and I was like, "Oh my god, that was what like sparked on like, well, we're gonna have a Moonstruck spelling bee," because now I feel like a dumbass that no one laughed at my joke.
There's actually a funny story about that. The guy who plays the grandfather. He's a very old Russian actor.
He's Russian?
Yeah, he's not Italian at all.
Oh.
And the director this is when I was researching my essay, I was looking through the Criterion about it. And he said that he was trying to get an old like Italian man to play this role. And for some reason, this guy came into his mind, and the director was friends with Sean Connery, who knew this guy. So the director called Sean Connery, who told him that this actor, he was like, he's blind, he's deaf, and he doesn't speak Italian, but every scene that he's in, he will steal. He was like 90 years old. It's crazy.
Oh my god, that's wild. That's so cool. Was there, while you were researching your piece, was there anything else that kind of surprising that you came across?
Well, the biggest thing that, and I touch on this in the essay too, is that the majority of the production of the film are not Italian people.
Right.
And like, as an
The
Italian,
Cher's Armenian.
Yeah, I watched that and I'm like curious as to like, how did they make such a like Italian film that feels very authentically Italian American with no Italian people? And the writer of the film said, which is very funny, that like he was aware of that, but he thinks after a certain age, everybody's Italian.
I love that.
I love that. That's kind of perfect.
I want to see this article.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's up on Esquire. Just go to the Esquire site.
I just Google Cher Esquire and I'll find it.
I think if you just Google Moonstruck, it might come up.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Well, and before we say goodnight, we'll talk about all the ways we can find stuff. Actually, we'll talk about it. Like Dom wrote, so Dom is friends with my friend Kevin, who, Kat, you might know. Kevin, who stood in with me on the Deuce. So that Jason took care of the two of us. We were his two main stand-ins.
Oh, okay.
So
Jason.
Kevin, yeah, so
Cher.
Kevin,
You know this? Do you know Cher?
no.
You know this guy?
I'm sure. Okay.
Jason knows. So
That's not fair.
He knows his friends.
yeah. So
I'm sorry.
Dom is friends with Kevin.
Cher, it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Other stand-in Kevin. So Kevin one day was talking to me
Kevin with
about Dom.
puppy.
And
Kevin with the puppy.
Oh, Kevin does have a puppy. I forgot about that.
yes, Kevin, the Great Dane. But Kevin was like, oh, you should meet my friend Dom. He's really funny, and he should be on your spelling bee. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like, it turned out like Dom and I already followed each other on social media. Which
Oh, that's so fun.
and then I had tweeted something once about Patrick Swayze, and Dom was like, hey, you should pitch that to our editor at Esquire. I think he'd really like that. And so Dom's the reason I've written for Esquire, which is so nice and cool of him, because I've written for them. And I love writing for them. They're so cool, and they like let me write really fun, interesting, like random things that I actually never thought I could do.
Yeah, we
Like
love
while you were sleeping.
Yes. Like,
That's such a great article. It's so good.
Thank you. But this isn't about me. This is about you guys, and we have to talk about a winner, because now like people watching are probably like, "What the hell? Like, who actually won this thing?" So sorry to everyone watching. We're just having a good time now. Julie, you are our winner tonight.
Yay!
Congratulations, Lisa. You were very, very close. That was literally just a couple of points difference. However, my surprise for tonight is because it's the last one of the year, and because I love this movie and I love you all so much, I'm going to donate all of your organizations.
Aww.
I'm just going to give a little more to Julie's, because she
Oh, that's so awesome.
yes.
Yay!
We're all playing for great places, so yes.
Let me tell you, Danielle, I won my elementary school spelling bee, and then in the Palm Beach County bee, because that's where I grew up, I crashed and burned pretty early on the word deficient, and that has haunted me ever since, and that was more than 30 years ago, so this has helped to heal that wound.
That's why we're here. We're here to reconcile those grudges. Like, that's the whole point of this, because
Childhood traumas.
I also crashed and burned in a county bee in elementary school after doing well. Like, yes, cheers.
Cheers to you, Lisa.
What was your word? What word did you?
What word did I crash and burn on? Broody.
Ooh.
Which means like, yeah, like wanting children, which as a 9-year-old, I did not know the term. And even now, I don't think I know the term. It's like BROODY, but.
That's like a very English term. I only learned that this year, that means like wanting to have children.
My claim to fame is that in the B before that, the word that I won on was hubbub, which like as a 9-year-old, I did not know, but I just guessed. And I love that word now, hubbub. Like, I don't know. 9-year-olds don't know about hubbubs, but it sounds like a cool, fun word. So
I just used that for the first time in an essay I was writing recently, and I couldn't figure out, is there a hyphen or not?
No, there's no hyphen.
Okay.
And it's all one word, right?
Yes, HUBBUB.
Oh, it's all one word.
Oh, yeah, hubbub.
I got it wrong.
I lost on the word criticism. I my school spelling bee, and I went to I don't even know if it was as cool as, I guess it was a county one. Is that the one you go to next?
You go to I don't know. Everybody could do it different. We would do like school, district, county.
Yeah, I was at a different school, like a few towns away, with like a lot more people, and I made it to like the final few, and I got a little cocky. I'm not gonna lie. I was like feeling pretty good, because also I was a big reader, so I was just like, I was always so sure, because my report cards were always like, Danielle reads at a level that's like, a couple grades above where she's currently at. So I'm like, I've got this. And then they gave me the word criticism, and I forgot the third I, and I said like CSM instead of CISM. But in my head that sounded right. And I was watching the judges, because they're like teachers, and I think there's like one from your school who knows you out of like the group of them at the table, and there was one of them looking at me like sorry, sweetie face, and I'm like, what's this bitch looking at me like this for? He's right. And no, I did not. I got it wrong. Yes, and however, my night ended with, I was in 7th grade. I got very upset. My parents took me to get ice cream, and then this boy I liked slow danced with me in my parents' basement. And like, it was like kind of a magical night after all. I don't know if he's watching this tonight, but hey, I still think about that. Hope you're well and with your marriage and kids and all that, but that was a very nice way to end my defeat.
I love it. I love when things come up from nowhere. They're just like these things. Do you remember his name?
Yes, I do know his name. I'm not going to say it. Just
his address too.
We slow dance to Everything I Do It For You by Brian.
Oh,
I know.
Nice.
I have clearly had a lot of this tonight.
I love you so much. I love you to the end of time. I love that you remember the song. And I love that it was that song.
So, before we say goodnight, let's tell everyone where they can find our work and our stuff and anything that we, want to push and promote. Julie, let's start with you, our winner tonight.
Oh gosh, I guess you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. My handles for both are the same, which is my first and last name. So Julie_Pifer, which is Pifer, where I sometimes will post about making cocktails at home, and baseball and random blather talk. And if you would, if promoting my work is all on LinkedIn because I'm boring these days, but I am there too. But yes, Instagram and Twitter, Julie_Pifer, where not much exciting things happen.
Do not undersell yourself. You make delicious looking cocktails. So,
Thank you.
And I have learned a thing or two from you and your husband. So, and Lisa, our runner up, who writes for the Washington Post. So they can literally go to the Washington Post and read, because Lisa writes about love and relationships. So we call it the heartbeat.
That's true. We have like a great deal on subscriptions right now, $29 for the year. So go do that. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at LISABONOS.
Awesome. And Dom, obviously everyone needs to go and read Dom's essay about Moonstruck on Esquire, but Dom's written a ton of other hilarious things and very thoughtful things that I enjoy very much. And I think actually the first thing of yours that I read, Dom, was something that Kevin showed me, which was about gabagool. Is that right?
Yes. I think that article is called "What the Fuck is Gabagool?"
What is gabagool?
Gabagool is an Italian lunch meat, which I think the actual name is cotechine, but Italian Americans call it gabagool.
Yes.
We were doing a package on the Sopranos anniversary at Esquire a few years ago, and that was my contribution. But Danielle, it's great to finally semi-meet you in person.
Oh, I love that.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
You can find my work on Esquire, and my Twitter handle is just Dom Nero, Nero. And this holiday season, I have an essay coming out, I think in the next few days, about my least favorite song, Dominic the Donkey. It's a song that has sort of haunted me throughout my life. If you're familiar with it, any person named Dominic during this time of year is suffering a song.
Oh, man.
I'm very excited to finally publish this.
I can't wait to read that. Also, we were supposed to go off on a tangent today because someone said it was funny that Princeton was in New Jersey, and we were both like, wait, why is that funny?
I'm very pissed about that. Are you from New Jersey, Danielle?
I am, yeah, born and raised.
What part?
North Bergen County.
Oh, okay.
I want to do, I know I've talked to you, I want to do a Jersey spelling bee.
Oh, you have to.
Damn.
Yeah, I want it to be represented like someone from South Jersey, someone from Central Jersey, and Central Jersey exists. I don't like these like people who call themselves truthers that there's no Central Jersey. There is a Central Jersey because people in Central Jersey sometimes tell me they're from North Jersey, and I was like, bitch, I grew up an hour north of you. So if I'm an hour north of you, you are not North Jersey. Like, that's not how it works. So my Jersey just came out right there. which Ty usually points out to me when my jersey shines through.
Hey, be proud of that. Be proud of that. Be proud of that.
Jersey City.
Fucking A.
Jersey pride.
Okay.
I might need to be in this spelling bee.
Yes, you should. You should play as a team, Kat. You should just pop in every now and again and be like,
Oh, do you do teams? You should do teams. That would be really fun.
Teams. So yeah, and that brings me to
Jersey.
where can everyone find you on social media?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh. I'm really not really doing very much right now. I'm just trying to survive. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Miss Kitty in NYC, Miss Kitty in New York City. I'm supposed to be in culinary school right now, but that all fell to shit thanks to the pandemic. But yeah, I mostly am just making my foods and working SNL and just praying for the end of this whole pandemic.
Yes.
Staying safe and blah, blah, blah.
Something that Kat does that some of you may not know about, I think Julie, you know about it, is Kat will DVR episodes of Rachel Ray and then do live commentary.
Listen to me.
It's awesome.
This is my hobby. It's called the Rachel Ray Rundown, and I do it every weekend, and I tear her to pieces.
My
And she
favorite is
deserves it. She deserves it. She's a monster. She's a contaminator.
it's my favorite thing is when Kat will take note and be like, she just touched her hair, and then she touched the food. She washed her hands in between. It's unbelievable.
I pray for her to spill stuff and set things on fire, and it's just wasted prayers because she's gonna do that anyway. So whatever.
Dom, I'm sorry. I think you were saying something though before I.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was cutting in. I just wanted to say that if you do a Jersey spelling bee out and you invite me on, I would do the entire spelling bee in my South Jersey accent.
Yeah. I would love to have you on for the Jersey spelling bee. So yeah, please come back for that.
We can go down to Wawa. We can get hoagies.
Yeah.
We can have rice.
I'm gonna have
do
to
it.
go get a shorty at Wawa specifically for that show. Oh, yes, we have to do it. In the new year, we will do a Jersey spelling bee. And Ty, where can everybody find you on social media?
Twitter, Instagram, Ty Kelly 11, and I don't really do anything. So pretty much is that's all I'm doing, and then I do these pretty much once a month, and that's about it. So really, you could just watch these. That's all that it is.
And Ty, when the Olympics roll around, which team should we be cheering for to cheer for you?
Well, if you want to cheer for me, Team Israel. But feel free to cheer for any of the teams. Everyone is very nice, I think. So cheer for all the teams to just have fun and and not get sick or get other countries sick and stuff like that too.
Kat, you have a question?
Is that real? You really are going to be in the Olympics?
Yeah, he was playing baseball for Team Israel. He was supposed to be there this year, but the Olympics.
I thought you guys were kidding. That's amazing.
Yeah. No, Ty used to play for the New York.
Get it, Ty.
Yes. Actually, yeah, you should tell Jason that Ty played for the Mets, and he to date has the very last postseason hit for them. So he's a New York Mets folk hero who is beloved by Mets fans because he also hit it off Madison Bumgarner, which Julie.
Oh, Mad Bum. Yes, my husband is a Giants fan, so I know all about Mad Bum. Who actually, fun fact about Madison Bumgarner, he has hit the same number of career grand slams as Derek Jeter, and he is a pitcher, which, yeah, 2.
Wow, 2. That's so funny.
Now I'm like, is that right? Yeah.
Actually, last year I got to visit Julie out in Colorado. I flew out to see the Mets play the Rockies because I've been trying to see as many stadiums as I could. Obviously, this year I did not see any.
And good thing you did last year.
Why didn't you?
So I couldn't afford tickets because sky high prices. Was,
right.
You know how it is. No parking, all that shit.
Too crowded.
But Julie, so I get there and Julie said to me, she's like, I just, as someone who's known you for a while, I just want you to know that like one beer at this elevation
Oh
is
yeah.
like 3. Like she's like, here's my advice to you for your weekend.
Yeah, when you're like first getting used to it, the elevation. When I would come out here and visit, like I would have a beer and a half, and I was like, whoa,
Yes.
yeah.
And I believed her, but then I drank a beer and like got back to my hotel and was like, I'm gonna start texting like everybody I know tonight, I think.
Well, Danielle, hopefully next time, hopefully we'll get to reenact soon.
Yes,
So,
that'd be
but-
great. So thank you to everybody for playing tonight. Ty, thank you as always for co-hosting with me and acting and doing fun dialogue stuff. You're all amazing and funny, and thank you for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. I guess I would tell you where to find me, but if you're here, you already know. But I did write a piece for Esquire recently about While You Were Sleeping being a great Christmas movie, so you should read that because it's delightful and fun, and you should also watch the movie. And then in January, we will be back with more spelling bees. Upcoming themes are Cobra Kai, Veep, high school sex ed, Gilmore Girls. Lisa and I also at some point, Lisa, you and I have to host like a bachelorette type situation where people are going to try to like position themselves to date others. I think we'll have to work on that because I think we need to do that. But yes, and you're all welcome back whenever you want to play or judge or whatever. I love you all. And Dom will talk about the Jersey one.
Right.
Yeah. So everyone have a good night. Have a good week. Have a good rest of the year. Happy holidays. Wear a mask. Stay safe. And we'll see you all in 2021.
Thanks, Danielle.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.